And we are back for part 2 of the light partners. And we're going to get into the same chakra friends and which ones would be your best color for like relationships, friendships, dating. So, same chakra friends in general, when you work with people of the same master chakra, you'll get each other and accept each other's help more quickly, as long as there aren't personality conflicts. Reds will find it easier to work with Reds, as both appreciate the fact that the other has objectives and is able to constitute present moment action. Each understands the need for hierarchy and for that to be respected. Because they tend to appreciate traditional style values, Reds know where they stand with one another and can use their intuition. Oranges have the same. Oranges have the most energy and insight into play. So other oranges keep up with them very well, and together they are able to keep the joy flowing at high vibration. Expansion breeds expansion, after all. Oranges need other oranges to direct their energetic focus towards them so they can keep helping the other master chakras. It's hard to be a high point alone without end. Yellows appreciate each other's thoughts process, both looking for data. Each can provide the other with the missing pieces, because the primary way through to a yellow is through their intellect. Other yellows can communicate very easily with them in expected ways. Yellows validate each other. Greens work well together because they don't question each other's motivations. They accept each other unconditionally when it comes to why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they accept each other's suggestions. They are both unorganized and superhumanly organized at the same time and understand that about each other. Blues enjoy interacting with other blues because they travel to the same places to get their knowledge, all across the grid and into the ethers. No one can understand a blue like a blue. Blues have an easier acceptance of being taught by other blues than any other color, and tend to trust what fellow blues say more than any other color. Sometimes a blue will not be able to understand a concept or idea at all until it is explained by another blue. This is because they have the same reference points for what counts as wisdom. Purples love each other's ability to give love. They love giving and receiving emotions and feeling what it feels like to be together. Because they want to be noticed and seen, purples tend to notice and see themselves in other purples, as though they're looking in the mirror. Because the appreciation of artistry is prized so highly by purples, they often find that only artists can create art up to their standards. These people may or may not be purples, but the group most certainly includes purples. In general, it takes a high level of mastery of your craft to gain the deep and abiding respect of a purple. Finally, violets are good at giving each other the kindness and care that each seeks in the world. Violets appreciate each other's sensitivities, taste, and the way each develops his or her life and the way they work with each other. Multiple violets are often needed to work on the same project, and each can appreciate what the other contributes. At the end of the day, there is so much to do after all, right? A person with the same master chakra can help you understand yourself better and can provide moral support for who you are and how you engage in this world. They constitute a unique kind of mirror. With so many shared experiences, it's hard to not be able to relate to another member of your master chakra. Some people even find it difficult to get angry at a member of their master chakra, um, someone of the same color, and typically will understand and excuse faults more readily. On the other hand, sometimes the biggest issue we can have with a color come from our very own. A case in point is intimate relationships. Issues can arise when getting too close to your color. The exception to this rule is the color orange. And who needs orange in order to stay on track when it comes to spiritual expansion? Why can spending too much time with your own color create problems? When you date your own color, either literally or figuratively, you have the same strengths and weaknesses as your partner. Instead of reflecting back to you who you could be, you might both get stuck in the same traps or in your traps and stay there without knowing it. The reason why oranges works well with oranges is because oranges will actually verbalize which emotions their partner is feeling. No other color is good at observing traps to itself. Oranges are doing it together to make each other happy. That is why it can be reflectively done out of love. But often, when others who are the same color hang out, as in a romantic connection, one color must stop being itself for the other in order to maintain gender role. For example, with two reds, you have two people that love to be the boss. For example, with two, this can create a crossroad. Who is going to be the boss in the relationship, right? One color will have to give up the core motivation of leadership to be the follower to the other, sending them into a trap. Now we have a red behaving like a violet, and that isn't good in the end. With yellow, there is too much thinking. It encourages yellows to stay in the trap of staying in their head. No one is there to get them out. With green, boredom ensures as to people who like to fix things and stand at the center of the chakra system. In a grounded position, attempt to create a polarity needed to sustain a long-term relationship. Next, blues, though they understand each other very well, have the same ups and downs and tend to live too much in a mental realm when together. Where are the emotions then? There is none. It is difficult for blues to not be in the gifts and traps at the same time. Purples can stagnate when together, and when purples join forces in a romantic relationship, there is a danger of them becoming narcissistic. Finally, when violets work together all the time, if they have to work on the same task, they will fight over it. Both looking to be told what to do, however, and both focused on completion, one needs to shade red to inspire the other to start or take action in that realm. So, the receptacles chakras for dating and for just friendship and that would be red and violet. Violets will do what reds need done. Violets look to be told what to do at a level and to a certain level and to a certain degree that reds can accommodate. Other colors do not want to tell violets what to do as much. They would more so want the violet to think for themselves. Violets will do the most for reds, who do not do but have it done. Violets are natural at following the leader, though they are not limited to a role as follower. Still, they are the most likely to do what they are told without questioning, which helps reds in a crisis. Reds need the tenderness of the violet to help them and do something for them as they spend more time in the battle ready mode. Violets will make reds gentler, and reds tend to need a partner. Violets, as a rule, prefer to partner with others in order to live out their gift, and they need a partner the most of any gift. Compared to yellow, who needs a partner the least of any gift. Importantly, reds help violet manifest in the physical world. Reds start things, violets complete them. Violets who are so tuned in to other people's needs tend to feel safe and are happy being grounded around reds. Thus, violets and reds complement each other. Oranges and oranges. That sounded weird, but okay. Oranges know how the game is played, and only another orange can play as well. This evens the playing field for both in the relationship. Oranges prefer to share leadership between themselves, equally in a relationship, with sometimes one leading then the other leading. It goes back and forth like two people on a teeter-totter, or playing catch. Other gifts might prefer that someone else be in control more. For example, violets, reds, and blues and purple. Or, for example, violets with reds and blues with purples. In any case, the dynamic is different. For those oranges who do engage in lying, cheating, and manipulation, a relationship with another orange will provide the proper checks and balances. Where other colors might feel betrayed by oranges coming and going in terms of the direction in life, other oranges would not. Most importantly, oranges act as a mirror to each other. So they mirror each other, allowing each other to choose feelings rather than simply give themselves over to them. Yellow and green. Yellows tend to become scattered, and greens can clean up after them physically and mentally. Yellows and greens can talk to get together at a high level of specificness. I can never say that word. And regarding facts in the physical world, problems and how to solve them, and systems and how to set them up. Some other colors might find the depth of detail to be found in the conversations tedious. Yellows give the greens the truth which the greens need in order to fix things or get their problems solved. And greens will not accept just any fix, but yellows can find the truth in the situation and bring to the table something that will and must satisfy a green. Also, yellows help greens to be less black and white, to see the higher concepts, and greens bring reason to yellows, who need to put pieces together to feel cohesive. Blues and purples. Blues teach what the purples create. Purples supply the blues with the material for them to teach so that they don't always have to go and find another source, though this is something blues would never stop doing. Purples provide an idea, and blues expand upon it and make the vision bigger. Purples tend to get caught up in what they are doing and neglect the bigger picture, which blues are all about. Purples and blues both like to travel on the earth and on spiritual planes. Purples can go where the blues travel to obtain their knowledge and give them love. Blues go where the purples come from and give them structure and knowledge and ideas to build on. Purples like how blues think and understand them. Blues are on a high mental plane and need purples' driven love to soften them. Blues can be mean, but purples can love them to manipulate them back into place. Purples can be focusing too much on self, and blues can spot it and bring them back to their heart. Blues are able to be dispassionate when purples feel out of control. This provides checks and balances when we're in our off states. On the best days, a dance of wisdom and love occurs between them as blues engage and enlarge the purple's vision. Blues respond to purple's artistic direction with spontaneity and an inner knowing of what they are trying to do. Not every color can keep up with blues, who have the most endurance and are constantly traveling to other dimensions and planes. Purples can go there. Purples give so much love, they sometimes wonder why no one gives it back. But blues, whose love is of passionate giving, give just as much back as a purple wants. So even though there is an ideal master chakra partner for everyone, any color can be in a successful relationship with any other as long as the partners can accept and heal each other. It's important to learn how to work with each of the colors because we are meant to contribute to each other's lives by interacting across the spectrum. So, however, knowing yourself is the first step. To deepening your connection with others. Your newfound knowledge of your master chakra, your divine light, can help you express and accept yourself more on target. Therefore, let's first strengthen your ability to be you. You can embrace the light over the darkness and be who you truly are. The next section that I will get into will be not the workbooks, not quite yet. I do want to get into the workbooks, but the next section is your side chakras. So who's going to be by your side on either side of you? And then I'll go into each workbook. So stay with me here.